Welcome to the Puma 30RKQS. Just gonna start up front here. You have your retract and extend, and this light does turn on once you use it, just in case you do need to hook up at night. 2 to 7-way powering option, then 7-way plug unit right in there. It's hard to see, but it's right in here. Going on top here, this is going to be a manual override. So if you pull this off, I'm not going to because it makes your fingers all black, but you pull this off, inside of here you can crank this up or down just in case this ever electrically goes out. Coming to your propane, if you open, this will eventually turn green, but obviously they're not filled right now. But when this turns green, you know that there's a steady flow of propane going through. That red will turn green. And it also has this little pointer nozzle to show you which propane tank it's reading. Underneath here, this is your battery disconnect. Once you pull this off, this cuts all power to the inside of your camper. Storage. More storage. And this is your sewer system here. So you have your black and your gray tanks. This right side here, this is gonna be your black. And this is gonna be your gray. But all you gotta do to open it is just pull, it slides, and your black tank is gonna flush right there. You also have your low point drains right underneath there. You have your hot and your cold. Coming up to the top here, this is gonna be your black tank flush. So if you put a pressurized hose into here, this shoots water into your black tank through a little sprinkler, and then that sprinkler will help get the extra toilet paper and crud off, so you're able to empty it fully. So I'd recommend pulling your black tank flush, and then doing your gray tank, because your gray tank is gonna be the cleanest water out of the two. Going down to your city water connection, go ahead and open this up. When you go up to a campground, this is where you're gonna wanna put your hose. I would recommend getting a water pressure regulator. It's just a safer option, so because campgrounds are pushing for a lot of people, it's gonna have a lot of pressure, a lot of power, so you don't wanna blow out your lines, so that just dumps it down a little bit so it doesn't have the opportunity to. You have your outside shower. You're gonna have a hot and cold, and then your hose or your shower head is gonna be in here as well. More storage. If you have a TV outside, there's your cable and satellite hookup. Your power cord. This is backup camera ready, so if you do purchase a backup camera, you just unscrew the 4 screws there, pop off that plate, and go ahead and plug it in. Now you have your outside kitchen, have your fridge and your grill here, so Blackstone. For your LP hose, which should be in there somewhere, you just go ahead and plug it right into there, and that'll help push that gas and that propane into your griddle, so you're all good to go. Extend and retract for your stabilizer jacks here. It's gonna be an outside water port, so if you need to spray anything off, you just plug it like a curly hose into here and go ahead and spray what you need off. Coming into your water heater, you're gonna have an anode rod right down here. So what this does is this takes all the beating instead of your water heater tank. So the hard water will eat at this, and this would deteriorate over time. Once that is in, go ahead and turn on the hot side of your faucet. It'll start sputtering. That's pushing all the air out of your water heater. Once you turn on that water heater switch inside, it'll start heating up and you'll be good to go. To empty it, because water does get stagnant, go ahead and pull this pressure release valve. You'll hear it hiss out, and you'll be all good to take this out here, because if you don't release the pressure, this will shoot out at you. So go ahead, pull this, that'll come out. and then pull this again, you'll see the water start coming out even faster, and you'll be good to go. This is gonna be your freshwater connection. So this is just gonna be a gravity fill. So if you wanna take water with you, let's say you're going into the middle of nowhere, go ahead and fill this up. Then you wanna go inside and turn on your freshwater pump, or it'll just say water pump. But basically it takes this water once this is full and shoots it through your system so you're able to have water connection while out in the wilderness. So coming under here, that's gonna be your fresh tank drain. So all you do is pull that handle, and then after your trip, if there's still remaining water, it'll empty out through that little tab there. This is your furnace heater. So once you turn your furnace on, this will get very hot. So make sure little kids or someone who doesn't know in the area, let them know, do not touch this because they will get burnt. For TV, once again, 110 outlets, TV backer. I wouldn't recommend having the TV on here because it will flex and warp your aluminum here. Make sure your door is fully extended for your stairs, otherwise it'll clip right here. And then go ahead and just pull this so the tab goes behind and not in front. Let's say you open it up and you want to take your stairs out, pull this blue tab, grab the handle, and then you're good to go. Make sure this is completely flush against this metal piece, otherwise it'll rip off this furry part and the rubber seal on the other side. This is to bring the slides in or out if it ever electrically goes out. Same goes for that little black tab on top of your awning. Pull that off. If this ever electrically goes out, you're able to manually override it from there. Extend and retract for your stabilizer jacks in the front. And then washer, dryer, prep, and storage in there. And if you do end up getting another solar panel, go ahead, just make sure it's that little piece, that little outlet, and then you're good to go. Coming inside here, we have your awning, extend and retract, which I can't open all the way at the moment. You have your awning light. You have a little underglow light over there. And then light, porch light, which is outside. And then I moved these in a little bit. I'm gonna run them out just so you know what they sound like, because they do sound scary. That means they're fully extended. Same goes for your bedroom. That's when you know you're good to go. Water pump, when you do fill up that fresh tank, this is the button I'm talking about that you click. Water heater, once you get a steady flow of water coming out of your hot side of your faucet, go ahead and turn that on. Otherwise, these are your readers, battery, fresh tank, black, gray, and then your wash. Coming down here to your radio, if you click on, it'll say welcome. You have zone 1 and zone 2. Zone 1 is going to be inside. Zone 2 is going to be outside. You can turn them both off for just one. Otherwise, you have Bluetooth, AM, FM radio, aux. To click, it's just mute. If you hold down, it'll say stand by, and then it turns off. Coming over to your stove here. Go ahead, turn it on. You press, turn on, and you turn this to the right. If you turn this to the left, it will snap off. So control your temperature from there. Otherwise, it's just on and off. For your oven, go ahead, turn to the pilot symbol. You'll see a tiny little flame appear in the back of your oven. Once you see that flame, go ahead and adjust your temperature, and you'll be good to go. Coming to your sink. Your purples are gonna be for your main doors, and the silvers are gonna be for your baggage doors or the little doors outside. For your fridge, the controls are gonna be right on the top. 1 is gonna be cold, 5 is gonna be the coldest. Same goes for your freezer. All the way left is gonna be cold. All the right is gonna be the coldest it can get. This is your carbon monoxide detector. This little green light never shuts off as a safety feature, so this is always running. So that battery disconnect I told you about, it does not kill this. So this green light will kill your battery. So what I recommend doing is if you leave this for about, leave your camper for about 3 to 4 days, I'll recommend taking the negative end off of your battery so then this light finally dies. Because otherwise this will end up killing your battery instead. Coming over to your breaker and fuse box. There we go. Everything is labeled just like a house. I would recommend taking extra fuses along with you. It's just as a safety feature. Rather be safe than sorry. Pantry. And for travel, I do recommend taking this off and setting it on these cleats here, and then taking these poles and leaving them down, or putting them in a container, like right in there, inside, if they'll fit, or just laying them along there. Basically, all it's doing is when it's standing up like this and moving, they start to wobble, and then they'll eventually warp at the bottom. So just as a safety feature, go ahead, turn this into what it would be like for a bed, and put these in one of the 2 storage spaces. Now coming over to your chair, all you gotta do is to open it, and then kind of slide yourself back, lean back, and it'll extend a little bit longer. To close it, all you gotta do is kick it back in. For your toilet, it's just gonna be a foot flush on this side, just gotta click down. I would recommend having toilet solution along with having RV grade toilet paper. So toilet paper helps break down easier so it doesn't clog up your lines and you'll have to replace your whole sewer system. That solution helps break down solids and smells, so it's just easier for everything to go down. Coming over to your thermostat here. Gonna have fan, cool, heat, which is gonna be furnace, and then you can have off. When this is on, you can also control your fan through here. Of course, temperature up and down when it is on, right here. That's your bedroom. This is gonna be that washer dryer prep. If you do have one, it'll be right in here. There's a TV backer behind here. Then you can go ahead and plug it in right here. For these lights, they'll have these scattered around your camper, but all they are, they're just little touches right in the middle. I'll show you one more time up close so you can actually see what I'm talking about. There's a little circle right in the middle that you can go ahead and click, and that's gonna be what turns it on.